down. You had your pots, how did they break out, and we're going to go through each group. Group A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And we'll talk about what is the actual group of death as well. Group A, West Ham, Olympiacos, Freiburg, Bačka, Topola. West Ham won the Conference League last year, so they automatically qualified for Europa League. They are in Pot A. Then you would have to say that they're the favorite coming from the EPL. They had a good start to the season. Your second favorite would either be Olympiacos or Freiburg, and then your Cinderella story would be Topola. Some analysis from live feed. West Ham's return to European competition will see them lock horns with Greek giants Olympiacos, the always competitive Freiburg, and Serbian side Topola. The Hammers will be hopeful of topping the group, but always days in Greece and Germany could be tricky. Group B, this is your group of death. Ajax, Marseille, Brighton, and Athens. Ajax from Netherlands, Marseille in France, Brighton from EPL, first time in European competition quite a while, and Athens in Greece. Four-time European champions Ajax, who were in the Champions League semifinals only half a decade ago, find themselves pitted against the French outfit Marseille, Premier League side Brighton, and Athens. Ajax will likely be favorites, but Marseille's recent resurgence in League One should not be taken lightly. Brighton's first foray in European competition will be watched closely by English fans. And they've really stepped up, had a good start to this season as well. Group C, Rangers, Betis, Praha, and Limassol. Scottish champions Rangers have a challenging group with La Liga's Real Betis, Czech side Sparta Praha, and Cyprus of Aris and Limassol. It's technically not Steven Gerrard's man anymore because he's not in Rangers anymore. He's in Saudi Arabia. He'll have the work cut out for them against Betis, but their passionate fan base will be expecting them to progress. Group D, Atalanta, Sporting, Sturm, Raków. Atalanta was in the semifinals, quarterfinals of Champions League only a couple years ago. You'd have to think they're favorites in this group and moving forward as well in Europa League. Atalanta, having impressed in Serie A lately, will feel confident against the likes of Sporting, Sturm, and Raków. However, Sporting, with a good, rich history in Europe, could be a stern test. Group E, your overall Europa League favorites have to be Liverpool, LASK, Union, and Toulouse round out Group E. Liverpool, obviously historic, won Champions League 5-6 years ago. The players they have, Mo Salah, Diaz, Alisson, just absolutely will train in this group most likely and should be coasting to the semifinals at the very least. They had an off-season EPL. They did not finish in the top four. They came in 5th or 6th, which is why in Europa League. Again, they should be the clear favorites to move forward, which will be good. They can probably play some second-tier players in Europa League and rest players for the EPL. Group F, Villarreal, Rennes, Haifa, and Panathinaikos. Villarreal was probably your favorites here, with Rennes being second. What does the analysis say? Villarreal have become regulars in European competition, lead the group. Rennes, Haifa, and Panathinaikos from Greece round up the group. It could be more competitive than you think. This would be one of the groups that maybe comes down to the final day. They could be all beating each other. Group G, Roma, Praha, Sheriff, and Servette. Roma has to, again, be a favorite. Last year, they were in the Conference League final. They lost in penalties. They should be someone, they were in the Europa League final. They lost in penalties. Or else they'd be in Champions League. They have Jose Mourinho. They now have Lukaku. They have some other players, Topola. You think that they would be your favorites here to get to the semifinals like Liverpool. You would think Roma would look to dominate. The other teams here, Mourinho expects to win. He plays to win, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Group H, Leverkusen, Karabag, Mold, and Haken, the last group. Leverkusen has to be your favorites again, and the other three competing for second spot. Leverkusen will be wary of the challenges posed by Karabag, Mold, and Haken. German side will likely be favorites, but trips to Azerbaijan and Sweden can be potential banana skins, especially having to go to Azerbaijan. That's a long flight. That's not going to be easy on the players to get there. That is your group stage draw for Europa League. Groups A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So please comment your thoughts. Who do you think will win? Who do you think will be the sleeper? And then let us know in the comments, of course.